Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher. And today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Threezee from CZT Lynn Mead. Okay, so this is a neat one, all based on Z's, which, if I was speaking in uh, Zentangle essential stroke language, it's a bunch of straight lines. Three straight, three, three, no, one, two, no, it is, one, two, three. Three straight lines form a Z, and three Z's is what forms this tangle. Okay, that's enough of me being clever. All right, so this is a neat kind of freestanding type of tangle. And as I mentioned, so let's see, because I'm going to try to make a bigger picture. We'll see. I'm going to do this kind of off the cuff. So I'm just going to start right here. And as I mentioned, just a Z, like so. Then turn your tile just a little bit, and we're going to make another Z, but we're gonna come off of this line. We're gonna we'll just see, we'll just watch right here. So I'm coming here. I'm picturing the triangle that it's gonna make, and then we do another Z here, and then turning the tile. This one, at least we can kind of close it off. That's easy to see, right? And I wouldn't worry too much about that. Oh, and I see I did it. Okay, well, it's not going to necessarily come out the way I was thinking. But let's see. So this one, you can put a bunch of them together and create a neat meta shape. I highly encourage you to take a look at the For More Inspiration link and see if you can do the star pattern. You have to scroll down. I started this one up too high. Maybe. I think so. Well, anyway, we'll just go. Well, let's go off of here. So what you can have a bunch of these. Oh, and let me see the last step that Lynn adds, and I'm gonna dare say you can, if you wanted to leave this one off, you could. But if you don't want to, just put little balls on the end, little bigger dots. This is nice as a course correction too. So if your lines didn't meet up or something, um, it just adds a little bit of whimsy to that. But then you can just start another one from the end. So we're just going to go, we're just not going to worry about whatever we end up creating. So from here, and it's almost like you connect the right end of, of the top of the Z is what it seems like. And then go from there, if that makes sense. And then always turning the tile like so. And then we'll connect it. Oh, look at, we can make a box in the middle. Maybe, maybe not. And and let's see. I tried to connect something, and it seemed like as I was playing with it, it seemed like it didn't work. I don't know. Actually, when you get the hang of this, it's kind of mesmerizing. Just to keep going. Oh, so and yeah, and here I could just block that off. Don't worry about creating a equilateral triangle or anything. Just keep connecting them as you wish. It's an organic, really. The way I term organic is not necessarily it comes from nature, but that it can grow off of itself. And that is what this one kind of does. And then, I don't know, I think you could, well, I could probably put one here and just, if I'm going at that angle, I don't want to run into anything. But you can see here how a star shape is sort of started. And since I put those little balls on, I'm going to put them on all of them. I would say either kind of one way or the other. Some of the samples she doesn't have them on, and I think it's one of those. It's up to you. Looks nice both ways, and that's what's fun about Zentangle is we get to put our own little flair on this, and decorate it how we wish, and it is just rather neat. So something else that I know Lynn had in her step out was decorating. Besides putting these little orbs on the ends, but even inside these triangles, and I liked that she had one that had a circle. It's almost like doing says, but then here you could fill this in. There's one on the oh no, there's more than one, where you could turn this into a reticulum, and that would be something like this, where you would put other tangles in, and it totally disguises um, uh, the original. You really have to look to see uh, this, but really, really super neat. You can also fill them in. It's whatever you decide to do with it. So neat tangle. And actually, let me just do. I think I'm gonna do. Oh, I didn't grab another tile. Um, let's just do one giant one. Or I can do that afterwards. Just so that way, I'll do that afterwards. Just for the so you can say, oh, this is what the tangle looks like individually, but you can do all of this with it. And I'm looking at some of the samples. Some of me says, oh, well, then you could maybe just add a Z here or Z there. But I think it is neat. It's a set of three, and that's the tangle. Just collect it, or put them however which way you want to. Now shading on some of these is interesting. Now you could do what's this black? Yeah, you could do the thing where do I want to do that at? Oh, we could just do it here, where we kind of do offset like this. So it's kind of like a little down, and just kind of mimic. It doesn't have to be exact. I think for this, if you do it light enough, I would say don't use the tortillon on it, but just do it really, really light, and it has a neat effect. You could also just put some graphite in some of the corners. Like that, and it's kind of interesting, or even maybe just on one side, depending on how you want to accentuate that. It creates a neat look when, especially if you don't go over. Here it's like if I can keep it really dark on these tips, and then it creates a neat effect, and then it doesn't make it just all gray all over the place. This is one where sometimes it's worthwhile to spread a bunch of graphite on something else and just pick it up with the tortillon and spread it on, instead of um, you know, putting the pencil directly on. If you need something a little bit lighter, that's always a nice idea. So there's some ideas. Neat tangle. Who knew what fun could happen from from just some Z's? Neat. Thank you, Lynn, for creating this one. All right. So if you enjoyed it, would love to have a thumbs up or a like, and if you feel free to share it. And if you like it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber on the channel. Of course, that is free. And make sure to hit the notification bell if you do that, because you want to make sure to have the notification set the way you want it to be set. And I notice sometimes, and it depends on the platform, sometimes like when I'll do I'll subscribe to something new, and it'll set it for, so that way it brings your phone, you get an email. I personally just turn all of that off. And when I go to whatever platform, I can see my subscriptions and see what's new. That's the way I like to operate. So I mention that only because I do post at least once a day. Sometimes there's more than one video a day, and I would hate to have you unsubscribe because I'm blowing up your phone more often. So anyway, that's why I mention it, just so that way, just in case, if so that you know that it's there. And um, let's see. Outside of that, I did mention the description section. You will find step outs there. Below the step outs, you will find links to connect with me. So I have a link to my website, also a link to our wonderful Facebook group that we have. And if you happen to be on Facebook and would like to connect with a bunch of crazy tanglers, we would love to have you. I also do classes about twice a week. Some are free, some have a fee, and that rhymes. And would love to have you join in. Check me out for free. And if you like it, then you can go on from there. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for listening if you listened to the end. And I wish you lots of happy tangling.